Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to do a video that's just a little different. I decided I wanted to share my New Year's resolutions with all of you. I actually have 8 resolutions total, which is a lot, and one of them is the most recent addition, so I'm going to leave that for last. But just to let you know, 7 of the 8 are not beauty related, so if you only want beauty content, which is what I normally do, only beauty content, you might not be interested in this video. But this might be a way for you to get to know me a little bit better if you've been watching, and it's kind of like just a fun little different thing. We'll see how everyone enjoys it or doesn't enjoy it, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I have this very nerdy chart because I'm type A and I do charts and lists and stuff for things. So I made a little calendar for January, and that's when I was going to be starting my resolutions, obviously. And like I said, I have 8, so I'm just going to walk you through each of them. I don't plan to make this a super long video, so hopefully I'll be able to stick to that. Okay, so my first goal was to work on meditating 3 times a week. So I have never been into meditation, and I've always read and heard how beneficial it is to your body and your mind and everything, just like to people. And I've tried it maybe a little bit here and there over like 10, 15 years, you know, like maybe since I was a teenager up until this point in my mid 30s. And I've never done it regularly. I've always dabbled a little bit here and there. So I decided I really want to try it this year and see if it makes a difference. So I downloaded an app my friend recommended, a free app called Insight Timer, and I've been using that. And ironically, so my goal was to work on meditating 3 times a week. I haven't quite met the goal. I think the first week of January, I did meditate 2 times. Looks like the second week of January, I meditated once. And then I was trying to get better with my resolutions throughout the month and trying to make more of a habit. So I did the 3rd week of January, I did meditate 3 times. And I think this week so far I've meditated once. So what I decided to do was a 7-day like guided intro to meditation. So that was like a free option they have on that app, Insight Timer. So I've been doing that, and I actually really kind of hate it, but like it's only 10 minutes a day, and it's like interesting to me how uncomfortable it is for me to just sit there and relax or meditate and try to quiet my mind and just sit there and do nothing, you know? It's weird because I really love relaxing and I'm good at it. I have 2 young children under 3.5 and under. So when they leave for like the afternoon, or if I have alone time, I really try to make it purposeful. I don't tend to like do dishes, do laundry, like do cleaning the whole time. Like I'm like, this is me time, and I really try to prioritize it. So I love to read. I love to watch like The Bachelor. And I love to really watch like YouTube videos on skincare and beauty, stuff like that. So I didn't think meditation of taking 10 minutes of quiet time would be that challenging, but it's been really challenging for me. However, lately after the gym, I've decided to add in going into the sauna for 10 minutes. And the last 2 times I meditated, I did it in the sauna, and it was a really nice experience. So maybe there's something with like being in the sauna and being post-workout, kind of like unwinding and being in that like beautiful like heat, because I absolutely love warm weather, and I live in Massachusetts, and it's like in the 30s or 20s or teens or less lately. If it's like 40s, my husband and I are like, oh my gosh, it's so nice out. So just feeling that heat, it just almost makes me feel like I'm on vacation or something for those 10 minutes, and it's easier for me to unwind and relax. So maybe, excuse me, my nose is like tickling me. Maybe I'll be able to do better with meditation if I link it with the sauna. I don't know, I'm gonna keep doing it. So I haven't been great with that one, but I'm working on it. So that's the point, right? I'm not looking for perfection with all this. I'm just looking for making these habits in my life and just like working on creating the habits. Okay, so number 2 was to read 25 books this year. So I said about 2 a month. That's gonna put me at 24. I think 1 month I'll read 1 extra book or something. So I finished 1 book so far this month. It was called Hour of the Witch, and it was by Chris Bohjalian. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce his name. I wanted to read you the description because the book was wonderful, in my opinion. So it says, a young Puritan woman, faithful, resourceful, but afraid of the demons that dog her soul, plots her escape from a violent marriage in this riveting and propulsive novel of historical suspense. It's set in Boston, 1662. Mary Deerfield is 24 years old. Her skin is porcelain, eyes death blue. In England, she might have had many suitors, but here in the New World, amid this community of saints, Mary is the second wife of Thomas Deerfield, a man as cruel as he is powerful. When Thomas, prone to drunken rage, drives a 3-tined fork into the back of Mary's hand, she resolves that she must divorce him to save her life. But in a world where every neighbor is watching for signs of the devil, a woman like Mary, a woman who harbors secret desires and finds it difficult to tolerate the brazen hypocrisy of so many men in the colony, soon becomes herself the object of suspicion and rumor. When tainted objects are discovered buried in Mary's garden, when a boy she has treated with herbs and simples dies, and when their servant girl runs screaming in fright from her home, Mary must fight to not only escape her marriage, but also the gallows. A twisting, tightly plotted novel of historical suspense from one of our greatest storytellers, Hour of the Witch is a timely and terrifying story of socially sanctioned brutality in the original American witch hunt. So I just thought it was such a great book, and I highly recommend it. I had a really hard time putting it down, and I just absolutely loved it. So that's my recommendation for that book. And the book I'm currently reading right now is called Before and Again by Barbara Delinsky, and I'm on page 150 of approximately 400, so a little less than halfway, right? And this book, I'm not going to read you the whole description because I know that took a while, but this woman, she was driving with her like 4 or 5-year-old daughter, and unfortunately she got in a car accident, and her daughter was killed in this car accident, and her life falls apart, and she moves to a different state, and this is like about her new life. So that's like a very short part, and this is all about her new life, and she's kind of like in hiding in this new life just because she doesn't want to be tied to what happened, the car accident. And something happens with one of her close friends that she's made. The woman's teenage son gets charged with like wire fraud and hacking a Twitter account and puts him in the spotlight. And it's just about how her own like story begins to unravel, and she's trying to figure out whether to be supportive of her friend with the son, but possibly be in the spotlight and have everyone know her like true past there, or to not help her friend. So it's pretty good. I like it so far. I'll definitely, if I do follow-up videos if people are interested, I'll definitely let you know what I think of the book, but it's a pretty decent read. So the reason I really made this resolution, I love reading, and you know, since I've had children, I don't read as much as I did when I had pre-children, more time, you know, more free time and stuff. So I found myself on you know, YouTube watching videos. I tend to scroll Instagram at night. I tend to just scroll the people I follow, which is only beauty stuff. I'm not like friends with anybody because I have it under my name, like Natural Beauty with Melanie. So I'm not friends with any of my real friends in real life, just beauty people. Actually, I have one neighbor I'm friends with because she's a makeup artist. And anyway, so I was finding I was doing that at night, and that doesn't help lead to quality sleep. So I am trying to stop doing that and be reading more, and just like having this goal of 2 kind of makes me feel like I need to finish the book in time, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, that is the reading piece. Number 3 is to make it to the gym 10 times a month. Fitness has been really integral to my life ever since I was about 16 or so. I remember a gym opened in our town. It was brand new, and my parents, or my dad, I think, took me to the gym, and we joined. And ever since I was 16, and I'm 36 now, I'm gonna be 37 next month. So like for 20 years, I've been involved in fitness throughout being a teenager, throughout college, post-college. And then my husband is very active. He does like Spartan obstacle races. He's run some marathons. He's a great fast runner. I don't love running, and I'm not fast. But I have done 5Ks, you know, like 3.1 miles, some 10Ks, so about 6.2 miles. And I did 1 half marathon in my life, which was 13.1, I think, yeah. But I've done a bunch of like obstacle races. I've done a few sprint triathlons, which are like the shortest distance triathlons. Almost all these things were before I had kids. And then because I've had my 2 children in about like a 4-year time span or so, I have been pregnant here and there. The kids had like a 20-month difference between them. So there wasn't a ton of time where I have been like not pregnant for a long time. So I'm just trying to get back into the habit of making the gym regular again. I think I did really well post my son, and then I got pregnant again with my daughter as planned, thankfully. And I think more since her and having like 2 children, it's been a little bit harder for me to be as dedicated with the gym, which is also just the season of life right now. But I'm trying to like, in 2022, I wanted to get back, into it. So I figured 10 times a month is just like every few days. That's really doable. So the funny thing is, not funny, but like January 1st, my husband tested positive for COVID. So we had COVID in the house. I was sick, my daughter was sick, and my son was fine. All at the same time, but not bad, just like head colds. And I didn't actually have it. My daughter didn't have it. We did plenty of testing over the past like 3 weeks or so, just because then we had to like get my son tested to go back to preschool. And then he tested positive, even though he was completely asymptomatic, which, we know can happen. But we were still so shocked because he was the only one that wasn't sick at all in that time frame. So COVID like had its time where we were quarantining and all this stuff where I wasn't going to the gym the first week of January. So where I highlighted in yellow, you can see these are like my gym days. So now in January, I've gone to the gym 8 times. So I went 3 times that second week of January after we were like kind of done with COVID. And then 4 times this previous week. So far this week, I went on Monday. So I have to do at least 2 more gym days in the next 5 or 6 days or so to meet my goal, which I don't foresee being an issue at all. And it's really been nice starting to make it a priority again. I'm going midday for like, I'm just doing 30 minutes and then leaving. So if I do 30 minutes, almost like during like my lunch break, and do it a few times a week, I'm pretty happy with that. And then I might try to increase my goal like each month or something. We'll see. Or just I'm not going to keep going every month, from 10 to 11, 12, like it'd be too much. That would be too high. But I think I might try to go to like 1 more day in the month of February, something like that. So we'll see. But I definitely feel better going back, and I'm like really happy about it. So that's good. Number 4 is to save up a $2,000 Christmas fund. Again, I told you I'm a nerd. So this is my little Christmas savings fund. I got the chart off the internet for free. And as you can see, so far I put in $100. So just briefly, I love financial stuff. I used to love to listen to a ton of financial podcasts, read financial books. We do a monthly budget. I do it, and my husband and I just like touch base about it. And we have like an app, EveryDollar, which is related to Dave Ramsey. He's a financial person. And we use this app, this free app, and we just like have our monthly budget. And as we do purchases, we log them, which let me tell you has been very helpful because I'm going to be doing a video on what I spent on beauty in 2021. And I have like every month in my fun spending what I spent. So it's just made it super easy. So that was helpful. But what I found with the budget is November, I did most of my shopping in November this year. November, December, we don't plan ahead for Christmas, and we spend a lot, and about maybe 2,000 or under, I think, but like it potentially was 1,500-ish or 2,000. I'm not exactly sure. I do have it all like written down, but I don't know. So my thought is if I save throughout the whole year, this will make come November, December so much easier financially. So that's my goal. So I just decided to just do like 100 in January. Hi Tommy. I'm gonna go from there. But my goal is to save 2,000. I guess I'm gonna have to do it before November. So like probably need to figure out some numbers, how are we gonna reach 2,000 by the end of October. So I'll do some math and figure that out. Or if we get like an influx of cash or something, sometimes you get like random bills, like money or something. I don't know. It doesn't happen often, of course, but like, or maybe if my husband does some overtime, we can throw some extra money here and bump it up throughout the year. So hopefully this will be very helpful come Christmas shopping time. My other goal is a giving goal. Oh, Tommy has a little balance disorder. So if you saw it, he uses his tail like as partially as balance, and he like over jumps sometimes. It's very adorable. So my giving goal is the same, 2,000. And so we are Catholic and we go to church. We're trying. Another thing I've been trying to do, which I started doing like in 2021, is going to church every Sunday. I want my kids to grow up Catholic. They've been baptized and I want them to have that foundation. and I want going to church to be a regular thing. It wasn't regular in my family, but it's something that my husband and I have decided we want for the kids. So we give each week at church. We write a $25 check just to be like transparent about the number. And my kids, we have them giving like $1 each from their little piggy banks. And one thing that I really liked this year was they have a giving tree at my husband's work. They also have a giving tree at the church and those kind of things near Christmas, where you can take the little tags off, and there's for children who might be involved in like Department of Child Services, or like when they use the phrase like needy children or needy individuals. And you can purchase Christmas gifts for them anonymously. And we really got like a lot of joy out of it. My husband ended up taking like, I think 6 tags from the tree, because at some point they sent an email saying there's like only 4 left. We had already done 2. So he just called me. He's like, I took all 4. I'm like, okay. I was like, thought it was really sweet, but I was like, yeah. He also gave me like a week for us to get it done, which, was not the best. So I would love to, give throughout the year. We need to like work our giving muscle, more so than church, more so than like when a family member is like doing a race, those kind of things. We try to support people, but I want to be more purposeful with giving. And I would love to have a chunk of money come the Christmas time to really buy a bunch of presents and for the people for like the giving tree and stuff, and do it right. So I'm going to try to save, again, if I want to reach this goal by like October, I'm going to need to ramp it up. I didn't color anything yet. We weren't going to church for the first few weeks in January due to like COVID. So, and then we just kind of stayed away a little bit longer. We're not always great about going every weekend, but we did go this weekend. We gave her $25. So I do need to mark 25 off there, which would be very minuscule on here. So I need to start also like figuring out where we want to give to. I have been involved with a cat rescue. I'm really close friends with the owner. I don't even say owner, the woman who does most of the cat rescuing. And we used to foster a lot of cats and kittens pre-children. And, I would just love to like $100 a month or whatever, like here and there, maybe get like $250 worth like cat litter, cat cans, like all the things she needs, and just like have it delivered to her. And I was also trying to teach the kids more about giving. So maybe like we buy the stuff, and then my son, who's 3.5, go over to the house. She has a bunch of the cats fostered there in like cages and stuff, and people come and adopt them after like they've been screened. So I was thinking we could my son and I could go, and he could actually see like these are the cats that we're helping, just to try to like start learning. So giving goal of 2,000. Next, number 6 of 8 is work on Spanish 3 times a week for 10 minutes using the app Duolingo. So I studied Spanish since I was a kid. I studied it, I think, like at least in middle school, and then throughout high school, and then it was my minor in college. And then after college, I did grad school, not related to Spanish. And then I actually went backpacking in South America for 4 months. So I went to Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, Chile, Argentina, and Brazil. It was an amazing life experience. And my Spanish was awesome then, of course, because I was using it every day. I don't know if I'd say I was fluent, but I was good. I really held my own. And of course, that was now 11 years ago, which is sad. It's weird. And I don't use my Spanish much at all. And I don't want to lose it. And it's one of those things like a muscle. If you're not using it, you're kind of losing it. So I'm working on Spanish 3 times a week for 10 minutes using Duolingo. So I was able to I did my Spanish this day. So I did it 3 times that week. I think I did it 2 times this week. Last week I did it 3 days. So that's good. And I think I haven't done it yet this week. So I better do it today after I finish this video. It's easy. I just set my timer for 10 minutes. The Duolingo app is free. It's awesome. They offer many languages. It's fun. It's interactive. I highly recommend it. And it just makes me feel good because that's a really important skill that I don't want to lose. So I need to use it. Okay, number 7 is tidy up my email. This is the one I've been having a lot of trouble with. My goal was to spend 15 minutes 3 times a week working on tidying my email. So just like maintaining my personal email. I get emails. I swear my main issue is like getting emails from Credo, Beauty Heroes, Detox Market, Boxwalla. I love to read all their emails, and I use all those emails when I do my beauty news monthly. So I don't like when I have like a bunch of emails. You know, I do like unsubscribing and stuff to like the ad type emails. I get some things from like Baby Center about like, oh, your child's now 3.5, and like stuff about their skills and things like that. So I just need to keep up with my emails or else they get overwhelming. So my goal was like to spend 15 minutes 3 times a week doing it. I haven't been doing that great with it. It looks like I did it 2 times the first week and once that week. And then I did, oops, I might have not done it at all that week. I don't know. So far this week I did it Monday, Tuesday, because I'm working on going through all those Beauty Hero, Credo, Detox Market emails. Osmia is another one I get. And making my beauty news, like starting to do the beauty news notes for January beauty news. So I need to be working harder on the email situation because I'm not doing great with it, but I did it the last 2 days. So that's good. And I feel good when like my email's tidied up. It's like a virtual, it's like a virtual stack of paper to go through in a way. And it feels good to me when I'm tackling it. My last goal, or my last resolution, is one I didn't even have when I made my resolutions, but some shift has been happening. You've probably seen it on here where I've started to, well, I did a project pan last year and I loved it. And then I started to see videos on like low buys and no buys. And I'm like, And I think really after I did my project pan video and I had like all these products laid out and filmed the whole thing, I was overwhelmed by my inventory. And then I started to see little videos on like I said, no buys, low buys, more project pans and everything. It started, I don't know, there's been like a shift with me where I feel like I did a lot of acquiring in 2021 with subscription boxes and my own purchasing, and then gifts, you know, mainly for like Black Friday, for Christmas. So I think it's like I'm changing tunes from acquiring to, I always liked using, but now I'm really like putting the brakes on the purchasing, I think. So I've been spending a lot of time inventorying. Sorry, the dog was laying down. I've been spending a lot of time inventorying all of my stuff, like every little sliver I have in a way of like products. I've inventoried everything, my bag of samples, every bar of soap and everything. So I'm trying to take my whole inventory, and then I will have a forthcoming video on that situation. So I think what I wrote down for my goal related to like my beauty products is to greatly reduce my beauty inventory. And I haven't defined, because I like my goals to be more defined. I haven't defined what greatly reduce means. So that's what I'm gonna figure out between now and when I post my video on my 2021 spending and my goals or something like that. For 2022, I haven't figured that all out yet. But I am my mindset is shifting now to how I can really reduce my beauty inventory by use and not reacquiring. So really focusing on how I can use, enjoy, and appreciate my beauty care products, including skincare, hair care, body care, and how to not acquire more. So that just has to do with my purchasing. I'm still gonna get Beauty Heroes monthly. That's the only subscription box I get. I still want to get it. But I think my own personal spending, it needs to greatly slow down or stop, more or less. So that's what I'm figuring out now. So you may have seen a video I posted recently on my low buy. I picked, I think about 6 or so categories where I'm on a no buy for 3 months, January, February, March. And then I was gonna reassess since it's the first time I've done it. I'm also like, even since I filmed that, it's just making me think even more about the consuming and all that, like purchasing and those kind of things. So that's where I'm at. So I'm working on meditating, I'm working on reading books, I'm working on going to the gym, studying Spanish, saving for Christmas, giving, tidying up my email, and lessening my beauty inventory. So that's everything. Let me know if you liked the video. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, found it helpful. Click subscribe if you would like to follow me on my skincare journey, etc. this year. But let me know if you liked a little like twist in the video type, or if you think this could be interesting to like hear any follow-ups or whatever. Anyways, let me know your thoughts and please leave me some comments. Would love to chat with you, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.